People keep asking me why. Why did this earthquake in Turkey happen? It's a great question. So Turkey, most of Turkey, sits on a tectonic plate called the Anatolian plate. And that plate is getting squeezed, mostly by the Arabian plate, which is pushing northward. And that's pushing this Anatolian plate off to the west. And so it's sliding out of the way of the Arabian plate, and it is sliding along faults. The fault in the north is the North Anatolian fault, and the fault that's it's sliding along further to the south is called the East Anatolian fault. Both of these large earthquakes occurred within the East Anatolian fault zone. So they were on different parts of the fault zone, but they were both related to that broad tectonic motion on that fault system. So faults in these plate boundaries aren't just one long continuous fault. They're made up of different sections. It's a broad zone of deformation. So that's why those earthquakes happen, because it's getting squeezed out to the west. Now, were those earthquakes related? Yes, they were. And seismologists are arguing about whether or not to call the magnitude 7.5 an aftershock, whether to call it a doublet, whether to call it a progressive earthquake sequence. That's for the scientists to worry about. All we need to worry about is that those earthquakes were related. The magnitude 7.8 earthquake changed the stress in the crust in such a way that it made that magnitude 7.5 more likely, and then that occurred. Aftershocks for both of those earthquakes are going to continue. And aftershocks are just earthquakes that happen after a bigger earthquake. They can do damage in their own right. So they're seeing magnitude 6.7, a magnitude 6, lots and lots of magnitude 5s. And this is really hampering rescue efforts both in Turkey and in Syria. So we have people that are trapped in the rubble, and as the rescue workers are trying to get them out, there's these other earthquakes rolling in, which makes it really difficult. It's just devastating to see what's coming out, the footage that's coming out of those areas. So our hearts, our thoughts are with the people that have been impacted from this earthquake. You're going to continue to feel aftershocks from this earthquake. Please be as safe as you can.